And really, let me digress briefly to ask, who constitutes this organization called the Guyana Human Rights Association? And what do they do in Guyana for human rights? Is there an elections that is held to elect people to this organization? Who are the other members of this organization? Importantly, where is this organization getting its financing?
That was Attorney General Anil Nandlall on his Facebook-aired program Issues in the News, raising questions about the relevance of GHRA's functionality and structure. It is in his belief that the human rights organization does not fully understand the concept of the electoral reforms being undertaken by the government. His comments came on the heels of criticisms about electoral reforms, which was levied by the human rights body. On Thursday, in an interview with Nightly News, co-president of Guyana Human Rights Association, GHRA, Mike McCormack highlighted that the same questions being asked by Nandlall have been asked over the years by different political groups, and the answer to them is glaringly in the public domain. In response to where the GHRA receives its fundings from, he pointed the AG to a list of names of persons within the membership of the GHRA who contributed to the establishment, which is on display in the organization's building.
The organization has a very modest budget. This building was built by fundraising by the membership of the Guyana Human Rights Association.
McCormack alleges that the issues being raised by the Attorney General is intended to incite others who aren't knowledgeable of the operations of the GHRA to also raise questions regarding the human rights body. McCormack said he doubts that the Attorney General is genuinely concerned about the organization, since there are many easier and more effective ways that the information which he was seeking could have been garnered if genuine interest were at play. Earlier in the year, GHRA recommended that the electoral reform project to be terminated and the country seek assistance from the Caribbean Community CARICOM, since two major political parties in the country were compromised.
For someone who finds the GHRA such a mystery, in May of this year, it's March, earlier this year, we received an invitation from the Attorney General, a hard copy letter inviting the Guyana Human Rights Association to nominate members for the new Law Reform Commission.
McCormack noted that he is at loss as to why the People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC is so sensitive to criticism, especially from the GHRA, and encouraged the media fraternity to make inquiries in this regard. He mentioned that the Attorney General may be raising these issues now due to a recent outburst.
But in terms of why the Attorney General is raising these questions for the GHRA, it appears to be in reaction to that press release they criticized.
McCormack highlighted that in the beginning of the 2000s, a unanimous decision was made between the country's two major parties to facilitate the creation of a system that would add 40 separate constituency seats and a list of 25 top-up seats to the National Assembly. He is adamant that that was the ideal remedy for the electoral system, but neither of the parties wanted to see it implemented. This module was recently again preferred by the GHRA after a circulation of the recent electoral reform process.
We criticized it at GHRA because it did not address this creation of single-seat constituencies. And I think our raising it, drawing attention to it, is what upset the Attorney General.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Alana Nadir.